name is Sunspot Jonz. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me right here at Distortion Static, man. Y'all putting it down in the underground, out here in the Bay. Don't let them punks put y'all out, cause we doing this. Wherever you go, whatever fast food place you at, wherever your mama house you hiding at, whatever Denny's or JC Penney's you trying to rob, we gonna be right behind you. Buy this CD before you get on the run. Yeah. Worldwide.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This Beats Me up here in the Bay, chilling with my man Sunspot Jonz from the Living Legends and the Mystic Journeyman crew. What's up, man?
What's up, people? How y'all doing? Sunspot Jonz, Living Legends, Mystic Journeyman, Worldwide. We doing this. I'm dropping product always. Hey, was that my iPod? Oh, that's a CD. It's okay because I'm giving the world. I'm putting people on Alcatraz up on my stuff. You know what I'm saying? We doing this. It's floating too. That's how you know you made the beat. When it's floating like that, that means you got that hump in that. Now, if it's sunk to the bottom, that means your stuff is whack. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, I'm sorry. That was a gospel moment. I got the Holy Ghost a little Holy Ghost. How you doing, people? I'm officially trying to shut down Sprint right now because I believe that Sprint and the water company is really both parts of the mafia, and they trying to like take down people's families, and I got in a fight. Okay, I can't talk about it no more. I'm sorry. That's legal documentation. I'm sorry, my lawyer mad at me right now. I didn't mean to do that, and I got to see my PO soon. So what were you saying?
Hey, so what's going on? I heard you got a new double album coming out, you know what I mean? No Guts, No Glory. Let the people know about that.
Oh, basically, man, I got a double album right now. It just dropped. It's called No Guts, No Glory. Only the Strong Shall Survive. And basically, it's a double album. One album is like a push forward to another direction. I got all these different producers, and then the second one is like a lot. You know, I produced a lot of it. You know, the legendary, you know, Mystic Journeyman. That whole sound is more on, you know, part two. So it's really good. It's like a balance, so you can see like where I'm going and where I've been. You know what I'm saying? So pick it up, part one and part two, so I can use that money to pay my Sprint bill, because I'm tired of them. Right? I'm tired of them. Okay, I'm sorry. Legal reasons I can't continue on. Sorry.
Yeah, so for the people who don't know, let the people know about how many albums you got out, you know, how long you been in the game, you know, what you doing, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I remember me and Curtis Blow, man, it ain't been that long, man. It ain't that long. Kinda, nah. Well, I would say that basically I've been doing this hip-hop thing ever since high school, but even more so, I didn't really start doing it until like I got into college, and I used to go to college in Hawaii, Chaminade, and I met this crazy DJ Blast, and I ended up going to his house in Maui and making a demo. You know what I mean? My first thing. So ever since that day where I stepped on Maui, I've been doing it. So it's been like a good 10 years now almost. So yeah. I mean, even a little bit longer than that, but I ain't gonna review how long, okay? I told you me and Curtis Blow, we got things we gotta handle.
So you as a self-produced artist, you know what I mean, put out your own albums, you know what I mean, selling it out the trunk. So let the people know, you know what I'm saying, how you do that. You know, I heard you know finance a trip around the world and stuff like that. So let the people know how you get it out.
Basically, the way I got it out, or you know, the way we financed it and kind of like put it out the trunk, was just believing that, you know, we can make it pop. I mean, we used to be on the corner, you know what I mean, every day selling CDs, selling tapes. Actually, it was tapes before it was CDs. And like, you know, how we actually made the first CD was we went on the corner and sold like maybe about 100 tapes. And so like 50 tapes to Amoeba, you know, the best independent store out there. Anybody know about that? And took that money and went to disc makers. You know, disc makers? I hate you. I hate you. Y'all overcharged, man. It's a whole nother story. Legal reasons, I can't continue on with that either. So we'll let that go. But yeah, so it was a thing where we just took it from the block to, okay, now we made enough to make CDs. Now if we can use these CDs now to buy plane tickets, you know what I'm saying? And took those CDs, made plane tickets, and then like, now if we can use these CDs to finance a tour. Now, you know, and kind of like just built it like that. You know, 50 CDs is $500 if you sell them for $10 a piece. So every CD that we got, we just basically put that back in to making something more happen. You know what I mean? Because if you underground, that pretty much means that, you know, you're fighting for your voice to be heard. You're fighting so people could know that, you know, you're doing your thing. And that's what we kind of used our music for. Like, we fought, you know, on the corner, like, you know, putting this music in people's faces and letting them know this was available that this is some of the tightest stuff you can get. Not like, the commercial radio that only plays, what they're paid to play. This is something that you can actually listen to and you can vibe with and feel a little bit more. You know what I mean? Than just boom, boom, get your booty up, get your booty up, get your booty up, get your booty up. Hi. That's all you see, you know what I mean? That's all you hear. So we wanted to do it a little different. So that's how we did it. We just made sure our music spoke for itself and put that money back into making more music.
That's tight. So you're also a part of the group Mystic Journeyman and the Living Legends, you know what I'm saying? Also with, PSC. Yep. So how did you meet up with PSC and the rest of the Living Legends? Let us know.
Basically, me and PSC, we met. I was in a group with this other cat named Yapos, Young Asiatic Prophet of Soul, and me and him used to actually just kick it and try to make our thing pop on the hip-hop thing, when it was really early in the Bay Area hip-hop, like when nobody knew what underground hip-hop was, basically, you know what I'm saying? They thought underground hip-hop was more on like the gangster rap or whatever it may be. But I started off with him, and we just kind of like, put it together, a little bit, but it just didn't mesh, all the way. So then I got together with these other four cats that were my friends, and then, girlfriends and going to school, and this whole thing kind of tore us all apart. And then one day I met my boy PSC. And, it was just on some fluke thing. Like, I knew a girl, he knew a girl, and, like, these girls were coming to kick it, and we just happened to be in the room, while they kicking it, And, of course, we was, like, looking each other up at first, like, man, who is this, man? What's up, man? What's really going down? But there was this other cat that was there, this fool that was in the Marines or something like that, some idiot. He was, like, tripping off the third girl that was there, and we already knew this girl was a freak, right? So I was like, why are you ever tripping off this girl, right? So he's like, oh baby, I'll burn my black book for you right now, I'll show you I want you so much, not knowing she was just with my homie the other night. So that this me and my boy Tommy, we PSC, we kind of found some laughter and bonding off of this thing, you know what I mean? We was like, this freak is crazy and this fool is out of his damn mind. So me and him kind of just became friends that night. We went to a party, all of us together. Meanwhile, this Marine dude is burning his black book while we walking. And we just started freestyling about this fool burning his black book and not really knowing what's going on. And me and him was just going back and forth. And I was like, man, this is a cool dude. You know what I mean? Me and him could bond on some homie stuff. And basically, a month later, he ended up moving up to the Bay from L.A., you know what I mean? And staying at me and my aunt's house. Well, actually staying at my aunt's house where I was staying because I just got kicked out of my house for legal reasons. I can't explain that either. But, that fool, like, I had a big bed in the room, and that fool slept on the side in between the bed and the wall. Like, because my aunt didn't know he was staying there, and she didn't know we had a dog. That's a whole nother story. We had, like, a little puppy, like a little pit bull. So, like, we had, like, 2 people and a dog in this room on the under. My aunt was a school teacher, so she never, she had to leave hella early every day. So, she never saw him there. She just saw him, like, at night before she went to bed. So, but she never saw the dog. We just kept that, like, locked up. But that's a whole nother story. SPCA, you need to get that off me. But, yeah, so we just kind of been together ever since then, on the homie tip. And then we just kind of just made music that kept us together as homies, and we went through a lot of stuff together. And then, like, slowly we started meeting other people, like the Grouch. I met him through my ex-girlfriend. Me and PSC were going to Europe, and we were having, like, a going-away party at this place called Your Mama's Kitchen, which is, like, this old hip-hop / cafe spot that was right next to Rockridge in Oakland. And basically met Grouch that day, and he was like, yo, if you don't have a place to stay when you get back, because when we used to go on tours, when we came back, we never had a place to come back to, you know what I mean? We were always, like, homeless. Like, the first time we left to go to Europe, we got evicted because I got in a fight with the landlord, and so, like, every time it just kind of was, like, the same repetitive thing, and he was like, just come stay at my house. And then we stayed at his house, his old grandma's house. It was just him and his boy Jan, and next thing you know, Merce came in the picture, you know what I mean? Through, like, Eli, who was up here, who knew Grouch and was doing music with Grouch down there. And then Merce ended up, like, moving in with me and Tom in the outhouse, And then it turned into Grouch was moving into the outhouse. Then it turned into Eli was moving into the outhouse. Then it turned into Aesop won't leave the damn outhouse. Leave the damn outhouse. It's not your house. But then it became your house. and it was all good. So we're like badass brothers that just kicked it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That was it. That was all. No legal reasons. It's all good on that. We settled that court case.
So yeah, so y'all done toured around the world. You know what I mean? Y'all done got all the way across to Japan, Australia, Europe. You know what I mean? What's up with the hip hop scene over there? Y'all blowing it up over there too?
Oh yeah. Hey, hip hop all the way around the world. People should know it's no different than what it is right here. People just doing the same thing. They just have different accents. You know what I mean? Like, you walk up to someone that might be just dressed like you, and I might think, you know, being from Oakland, I might think you're going to be like, you know, on some Oakland stuff, so I might be like, what time is it? And I'm thinking that you're going to say, yo, you know, it's, you know, won't.
Yeah.
People over there, they're like, oh, hey, bro, what you doing? And I'm like, huh? Oh, I'm bugging. I'm in London right now. I'm tripping. You know, so that's the only big difference. Or in France, you know, where you start speaking to people and they just look at you like this. Okay, yeah, sure. Because they don't speak no kind of English in France. But it's the same thing. They got their own scenes to where it's almost like they don't even need America as much anymore. Like America is the main influence, like the beginning, foundation, you know, the foundation to like the whole hip hop movement that they understand. But then they like broke off into like people like from their country that blew it. Like in Germany, you got people like my boy Savage, you know, this fool's on Sony, you know, German Sony, you know, and like he's blowing up just doing straight German raps, you know, or my boy Reno in Japan doing straight Japanese raps, you know, or Assassin in or NTM in France, you know, doing big with their own style, and they can give a damn about what America's doing, you know. So it's interesting because sometimes you get a lot of love, but then at the same time, sometimes you get a lot of ego for someone's like, who is this American? You know, who does he think? I'll battle him right now. And they'd be like, and I'm like, man, I didn't say nothing you said. I didn't understand none of that. I didn't understand nothing you just said. So I'm going to let that battle rap go to something you can email me later. Thank you. All right, I'll holler at you. You know what I mean? But other than that, it's cool. It's cool. It's good to see that people are just on the thing or just wanting to speak, you know? Public speaking. That's why I call it hip-hop. Being able to speak your mind and speak your dreams, speak your fantasies, and really, you know, put it out there so people can understand. That's what I'm all about. And you see that, you know. Maybe not to understand stuff as much, you know, because it'd be different accents, different dialects, different languages, but, you know, the feeling, the emotion, the passion, it's all the same. And that's what I respect. Hip-hop, baby.
That's right. So not only do you know, make music, you're also directing videos and doing stuff like that. You know, got a couple DVDs out, a couple VHSs. You know, let the people know about the production skills. Let us know where the Betamax at.
Hey, I got one. I do got them. Actually, I can't even show you that. That's the next level. We got things basically popping off on mass media. You know what I mean? Mass media doing the videos, getting the videos out so people can see the music and the visual together. You know, just showing them that we just as good as anybody else that's out there just doing their thing. Our thing is just as official. Our stuff could be on TV. Our stuff is fresh and it's clean. It's 35 millimeter. It's 16 millimeter. You know what I mean? And so when it comes to the videos, there's a lot of videos that we've done, and if you know you're privileged enough to know about the underground, maybe you've seen it. You know what I mean? Maybe you've taken a good look and you've been like, whoa, them boys is bad. Back when they had the box out here, remember that? Oh yeah, we had a song called Mercury Rising back in the day. That was blowing up out there. You know what I mean? That was all independent. I think we shot that video for $1,000. And it was 35 millimeter, all homie stuff. So you know, the videos is that's on Stop Look and Listen Volume 1. So that right there basically is you know how the videos come about. The videos are just there so people can know that, you know, the songs are just as big, just as dope. And then we got the shorts, we got the films. I'm working on a film right now called The Mighty Tape Crusaders, and it's based on you know, the First Amendment being abolished in the future, and you can't like do a free assembly, you can't have any kind of music, you can't have any kind of, you know, freedom of the mind, freedom of speaking, freedom of anything. So there's like a story about this dude that's trying to illegally record, you know, and put out his music, and it's illegal to record, you know. So and the industry is getting them. Like the industry is broken up into an agency now that it's like the FBI, and they're cracking down on all the illegal recordings and you know, just crazy stuff, just stuff that people can like take, you know, something more than just, oh, this is what this is supposed to be like, you know, like hip hop's only supposed to be about the streets or about cars or about women or about parties. No, hip hop's about a lot of things, and hip hop's about like speaking what you thought, like I was saying earlier. So the movie's kind of about that, the Mighty Tape Crusaders, and hopefully y'all be able to see it pretty soon, featuring the living legends. It's already shot, it's in the process of being edited, and you know, it's just all about coming up from the dirt. Yeah. That's it. For sure, baby. So hopefully, you know, as the years progress, like I said, I'm trying to mature more into an artist, more out, you know, showing more like, you know, different aspects and different sides to the music and, you know, the artistry that I'm trying to put out. Like hopefully you'll see a couple more movies come out after that, and they won't all just be music. It'll be about, you know, just different stories people like, you know, myself, you know, coming from Oakland, California, has gone through, you know.
Yeah. So what is your take on, you know what I'm saying, the industry, major labels, and, you know, putting out tapes yourself, you know, the way you do it? So let the people know the pros and cons on that.
Man, I'm going to tell you like this. You want to get a record deal, then you want to get pimped. Now, you better tell them to put a condom on before they sign you up. It's not good. It's not good. Like, I mean, it's like this. It's either the fame or it's the dough. You know what I mean? Now, you could be independent, but you're probably not going to get the fame like if you were signed to a big machine. You know what I mean? Or you could be really famous, signed to a big machine, and not get a royalty check yet. You know what I'm saying? Be waiting for some money. I don't know if you know about that one song, Love It or Hate It. What is it? G Unit? The Game and G Unit. Have you heard the remix with your boy Young Buck on it? He said, basically, he's a 7-figure that ain't seen a royalty check yet. You know what I'm saying? Now, how you gonna be on this big? Like, I seen you in Reebok commercials. I seen you in magazines. I seen you in different albums. You know what I mean? People, Monica video, all this stuff. And you still ain't got no royalty check? How? You know what I mean? Who paid for all them diamonds you rocking in your mouth and all your grill and all that? So, I mean, it's really like that a lot of times. It hurts. It's the reality of it is if you sign to somebody, they'll give you a small amount of money up front, and then they'll be like, look, you got to make all that money back for us before we give you anything. You know what I mean? And if your royalty number is really small, like if I'm signed to Sony, but actually if I'm signed to you and you signed to Sony, then that means you get paid before I get paid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it depends on how you guys sign, depends on how it trickles down, and a lot of times the fame is all you really get by being signed. But, you know, that's a positive thing because, you know, you can make something happen with that fame. But if you underground, if you're independent, it's a thing where you're going to make a lot of money because you're going to get all the money. But you can make a lot of money selling 1,000 CDs. You know what I'm saying? But it don't mean that people really know who the hell you are. You know what I mean? 1,000 CDs could be $10,000 if you sell them all for $10 a piece. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, so it's kind of like that. It's either or. You can make this money doing the independent thing, and it's a beautiful thing, or you can get pimped and make no money, but everybody's going to love you and be like, oh, ooh, look at that broke dude walking there, you know, and they'll know your name. So I would say do a little bit of both. I would say get signed and then put out some indie as you're working on your new album. That way you have all this money that you'll be sitting on, and when your video come on BET or MTV or whatever it is, people will be like, oh yeah, I'm getting that and the other stuff that they put out, which is on your label, which is independent, which is not connected to whoever you signed through that got you on TV. So there's different ways you could do it, you know what I'm saying? But I would say just make sure you know your business. Make sure you know who the hell that is that's looking at you. Make sure you know where they live, where their kids go to school, where their mama at. Because sometimes it comes down to some dire tactics, and we will go there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, you know, that's the ins and outs.
All right, for sure, man. So, yeah, so let everybody know all the CDs you got out, you know what I mean? Mystic Journeyman, your solo projects, the Living Legend stuff. Let everybody know the titles and all that stuff like that.
All right, well, we got Mystic Journeyman albums out. Everybody knows about the Black Sands of Eternia. or Worldwide Underground, which is like, you know, the first blow up stuff for us, or the 4001 that was right after that, or right before all of that. We got Living Legends albums. We got Angels with Dirty Faces. We got Crappy Oh Shh. We got Almost Famous, which is probably the best Living Legends album I love. Creative Differences, the new album, Classic, where we look like baseball players hitting that up out the field. Go pick that up, because that album's dope. A lot of different people did some production on that. Mad Lib, you know what I mean? A lot of different people that you ain't used to seeing, you know, work with, you know, the Living Legends, because a lot of times we pretty much do our own in-house production. And then, you know, I got my album, Sunspot Jonz, the new one, Part 1 and Part 2. Part 1 is No Guts, No Glory. Part 2 is Only the Strong Shall Survive. I might have one right here for the peoples at home. But yeah, go to Amoeba, pick that up. Pick that up. I'm trying to get cheese on the value meal, man. I don't even got enough to get cheese on the value meal till you pick this up. All right? All right, it ain't that bad. I'm really paying probation officers. Baby's mama said I don't got yet. Yeah. Oh, legal reasons I can't continue that on. Sorry about that. But anyway. Yeah, so we got a lot of different things in the catalog. Just check the catalog. Go to llcrew.com, livinglegendscrew.com. Get a good eye, you know, what's really going on in the underground. It started from the Bay, moved down to L.A., and then it's all around the world. Yeah? Hey. That's how we do.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
You gotta get the ending. You gotta get the ending. Like, yeah.
All right, for sure. Good luck out. Yeah.
Worldwide. Yeah. Oh wait, let me show the other one too.